determined that we will make that selection. And the requirements for the applicants, like I said, we really didn't have anything other than there was a discussion. The selection procedures are pretty obvious. And the time frame for the appointment is to be determined by after that 14-day period, is what you're saying.
Okay. Can you go back to your requirements?
Are we going to, do you want the presentation?
Cover letter,
right, what
yes.
you're going to require that they submit, cover letter and resume and application, or just a cover letter, resume?
I would think an application and a resume are redundant.
Yeah.
So they both have the same information except what they present and not what we ask for. And these people are sophisticated enough that they can do that too.
Right. Okay. So just a cover letter.
Describe their experience and what qualifies them to meet the job description.
I would like to see a prepared presentation. The three of those things together would be good.
Well, like I said, the presentation would be done at the time of.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to be thinking about a topic then.
Okay.
So, if that's what.
Okay, with that addition, with the that was just a cover letter then, and then and resume, right? Okay. Okay.
You know what, I'm sorry,
Good.
I just thought of something. If we just say residency, we should put permanent resident. I mean, the last city manager had a,
Yes, sir.
he was he had a residence in Trinidad, but not really, that
Yeah.
wasn't his permanent, it was
We've had a couple that did that
temporary.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
something we want to
right,
consider.
we can word
Yeah.
that in that way,
Yeah.
so it's, right.
Primary.
Primary residence.
Primary, yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess we've gone through all that. Let's go ahead and call the vote, please.
Goodall,
Yes.
Grable,
Yes.
Matei,
Yes.
Ogletree,
Yes.
Shu,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Rico.
Yes. Item C, consideration bid results for a 2021 newer 5,000 GVWR 4x2 dump truck for the water department. We received 8 bids. The low bid on that did not meet the specs. So could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Mayor and members of council, I have Mark Vigil, he's the foreman for the water department here to answer any questions. But this truck was budgeted for. He put together a pretty comprehensive set of specs on what they needed. The one low bid, as discussed, it had steel body, it didn't have the safety windows on the sides, and the difference is like $3,000, and we felt that since we spec'd it the way we wanted it, we should get what we spec'd. I don't know if you have any questions on.
Which of the, between Kenworth and Peterbilt, do you have any preference? I think Peterbilt probably is a little bit better built truck for construction. Even though the price is a little bit higher, it's better to invest in something that's going to last.
Yeah, right, and I don't know if Mark, if you want to come up.
Sure.
He's again. We have a Kenworth dump truck now that has 781,662 miles on it. We're ready for a new one. This one is a actually this one is the Peterbilt that we're going for. So
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. When we spec this truck out, we spec'd it out for a couple safety issues. One, kind of built it off of the Tempo. We have a 1992 Kenworth right now. It's got on the passenger side, these trucks are fairly tall with low visibility. it's got a peeper window on the passenger side door, so if a car pulls up next to you and you don't have anybody on the passenger side, you can actually look through that window and see if there's a vehicle or a gate, an H-brace, anything. If you're pulling through, you can tell if something's there. We also started out had rear cab corner windows on the back cab corners. So if you're hauling a trailer on your back and you probably, most of you know, once that trailer loses sight of the mirrors, you lose sight of the vehicle. You can look through those cab corner windows and see where that trailer's at. Another thing that McCandless didn't meet the specs, we spec'd it out that it must have delivery within 4 months, and they crossed out the 4 months and put it on applicable. He couldn't guarantee when we would get it. So, you know, typically when we ask the vendors to do these trucks for us, we want them to compare apples to apples, and it's not the case. Peterbilt and Kenworth were neck and neck. You could tell obviously by their bids. That's how close they were.
Do you have a preference?
What's that?
Do you have a preference?
Either one, no.
Okay.
But in all fairness to the vendors, I think it's fair to go with the next lowest bid in order to. That way, they'll entertain bids from me next time if you show us order. You know, it's just better business that way. So.
Is there any concerns with switching from a Kenworth to a Peterbilt as far as maintenance goes? I mean, we do
same thing. The warranty, they're same thing. The maintenance. All the trucks have the same drivetrains. They all have Cummins engines. We spec them out with the 10-speed manual shift transmission. They have the same rear end. The drivetrains are the same. The only difference is the body of the truck itself, the cab. And that's another thing. We spec'd it out to have aluminum and fiberglass bodies on them. And international, the canvas bid was steel. This truck's going to be in a lot of mud. That's what we do for it when we fix water leaks. So, you know, the streets are wet. They're full of mud. Our 92 Kenworth we currently have has 0 mud on it. No rust. No mud. 0 rust on it. The cab is still in real great shape. The International, again, has steel cab, so you're going to have rust issues and so forth with that. The Kenworth and Peterbilt, they're basically like Chevy, Ford, and Dodge. It's just a matter of which one you like better, but the drivetrains are identical. Yeah, the same engines. They're Cummins, 330 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque with 10-speed to them. All of our drivers have Class A licenses, so they're all capable of driving the truck. And that's the same transmission that's in our current Kenworth that we have now. So.
I told you he did extensive work on that.
I put a lot of time into these trucks. He basically built it from the ground up.
I think we're looking in depth on that to make sure you get what you actually need.
Plus, you know, just to make it, you know, we have everything here in town. Plus, we have to be DOT compliant. So all of our trucks are on the state highways. We have 35 miles west on Highway 12 that we have to go to. I have another 30 miles east. So again, these trucks have to be DOT compliant, and we put that in the specs too. That upon delivery, we have the DOT inspection on it. So that's hopefully all be taken care of with your approval, of course.
And that bid was that next bid was for $99,849 from Rush Truck Center. And the money comes from Fleet, is that correct?
No, that is, this is enterprise, so we budgeted for this in the water department budget, out of the capital in the water department.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Any other thoughts? Call the vote, please.
Goodall?
Yes.
Griego?
Yes.
Matei?
Yes.
Ogletree? Yes. Shu?
Yes.
Williamson?
Yes.
Rico?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
may I?
Yes.
So long as we're on the topic of the water department, on Sunday 2 weeks ago or a week ago, my neighbor came over, phone in hand, and said, "We have an emergency." She said, "What do you mean we?" And she said, "There's water bubbling out of the street, and my house is making a lot of weird noises." So I called Mr. Valentine. He activated the water department. On Sunday night in a snowstorm, those guys went over there. They dug a hole, probably 10 by 10, 8 feet deep. They needed a ladder to get in and out of it. Soaking wet, water gushing all over, snowing on them, and they worked through the night till I got fixed. The dirt put back, and the only thing I had to worry about the next morning was driving in the mud. And I want to commend you for the water department. Thank you very much.
And they're out there at all hours, all weather conditions. Okay, on to item 9, council reports. If anybody has anything, Mr. Matei?
That was my report.
That was your report, Karen?
I don't.
I'm headed to the marijuana update in Pueblo on Friday.
So, of course, the big thing is the polar plunge went off. Those haven't heard the numbers. First of all, Parks and Rec board there did an amazing job putting that together. It took a few years. Over 30 plungers, and the final numbers are coming in. It's going to be well over $9,000 that went to the Special Olympics. So, great job by those guys. Yesterday we had our meeting with for the 2021 Santa Fe Trail Bicentennial Celebration, and we have dates set. So that is going to go on September 27th through the 3rd of 2021. I really would like to see us somehow put together, whether the money's out of marijuana or whatever, because we're talking wagon train drives, gunfighters, the rendezvous. We're going to work in coordination with Raton to have probably the same dates. If the park open, maybe horse rides from one state to the next, who knows what all. So I'm really excited about being part of this planning and hoping we can get the city involved in this to make the 200th a big celebration.
I attended my first meeting of the Library Advisory Board. It was really the first thing that struck me. I was just impressed with the people's passion there, and they really strongly believe in the service they bring to the community and have a lot of ideas. They implemented a SWOT review, which is they were examining strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and that's all as it relates to the library. The results of that will be presented at the City Council retreat. With that, I know it's like herding cats, but I think the City Council retreat is going to be a really important time for City Council and for the City of Trinidad. A lot of important things there. I would just really advocate, if it's at all possible, like I said, I know it's herding cats, but if we can find a time where we can all be there, it would be beneficial, I think. That's all I have.
Okay. I'll cover that in a bit. Just to let you know, on SB3 legislation, which is the Fisher's Peak bill, I passed through appropriations last week, and then it went on to the Senate, and now goes to the House, and that may be in the next 2 to 3 weeks from what I understand. I'm not sure exactly when. What that is they have appropriated $6 million for the projects throughout the state of Colorado. $2 million of that is going to go to other state parks, but I believe they want to take the $4 million for this park here. So put that one there. And as far as the retreat date, like I said, we're already going into March. And if we have to extend it and go into further, then we're already into April. And my idea behind retreats is that we're actually way late with this. Our retreat should have, and the reason why we decided to do it after the first of the year is because you can't come on as new council members. Because one thing we want to do is probably have another retreat, probably either in early December or maybe late November for the following year. Because I think that we plan accordingly, because actually we're running way behind, and that was the reason why I mentioned that we should keep it on the 20th.
Is there any way we could do it on the 13th?
No.
All due respect, staff won't be ready for the 13th.
The only other possibility would be on the 19th. I'm not sure if I'm available. No, I'm gone on the 19th. Yeah, that's shot. So, keep it at the 20th? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. City manager report. Anything, Mike?
I really don't have much, Mayor, other than you mentioned all the legislative bills. Spoke with Debbie Wagner this morning, and they've added 15, 20 more, so I'll be sending a spreadsheet to council. She's monitoring a lot of them for us. If you see anything on there that you want to add or anything, let her know.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Les?
I'm not being passive aggressive, Mayor Council. I don't have anything to report on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
Haven't you heard? You left. I've done my report.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, on to item 11, executive session for a conference with the city's attorney for receiving legal advice on specific questions under CRS section 24-6-024B, policy and procedure as it applies to personnel. Motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Call the vote, please.
Yes. I'm sorry. I wanted to do that all night. I had to.
Matei?
Yes.
Ogletree? Yes. Shu?
Yes.
Williamson?
Yes.
Rico?
Yes. Okay, it takes about 5 minutes to get adjusted and
Oh.